And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Factorio Space Age. We've got our spaceship here, in theory, waiting for bits to be shipped up to it. Which on Novice is really just waiting for our ship thing here to make more parts. As far as design, the next thing we're going to design is the robot flying flames. Flying robot frames, which we need to make 2.5 of per second. So bring up the trusty calculator. So the robot flying frames. We're going to make 2.5 of these per second. They take 20 seconds to build. We're going to be making them in Assembly Machine 3, so sadly no productivity. The Assembly Machine 3s do run at a speed of 1.25. Oh, screw that up, the calculation. There we go. So that means we need 40 assembling machines to make this work. Because, you know, they don't run very fast. Okay. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. $2.5 times 20, it's 50. Okay, so technically I need twice that number, I suppose. Okay. And these are pretty complex. Though we should be able to get away with half a belt or less for each of the inputs. So 2 belts above, 1 belt pull, 1 belt out should work. Okay. And then we can power them like so. Adequate power, yeah, should be adequate power. Nice big long conga line to the far side of the world, yep. Yeah, it's 2.5 in. So even the biggest one, which is electric circuits, will be 7.5 into this side. Okay. 7.5 is half a belt, which we've already worked out is really easy to do, so that's half a belt. Yeah. Okay. So that's the... Oh, I got it on red because I have it... Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I have it in red because it's not balanced, but... fine. Okay, so that's the green. Green was easy to sort. Batteries may be a little bit harder. Batteries I won't be able to see, I think. This menu. Oh, this menu has batteries. Okay. So, the battery-wise, again, this is 2.5 times 2. So it's 5 batteries per second. Our chemical plant technically makes 1 every 4 seconds. So we actually need a lot of chemical plants. At least until we can get to the point where we can have cryogenic plants to replace them. Yeah, so it's a lot of batteries. It's not a lot of copper and iron, because it's 1-to-1, so it's only 5 copper, 5 iron. Which is like half a belt. 2/3 of a belt of each. But it is a lot of batteries, so it's effectively 20 chemical plants worth of batteries. Okay, we'll have a little bit of interference with you. 2, 3, 4, 5. 20. Needless to say, I'm gonna need to have an input and an output on the same side. So I need to at least shift it 1. Yeah, which way does she take? So cut, right? Cut. So that's where we had it roughly, or that's where we had it roughly. So we go there, insert. So I want to do something like there to get the space that we need. Whoops. Like so. And then, takes into outputs 1, so we probably want, say, blue, red. Want to do horizontal flip? Okay, that's the first step of the batteries. We're going to need sulfuric acid for that, obviously. It is technically 2.5 recipes being completed per second. So that technically only means we need 100 sulfuric acid a second. So 100 sulfuric acid a second. Okay. We worked out from over here that that will be actually 2 sulfuric acid plants. Yeah, this makes 50 each. So we can't do the direct insert trick on the sulfur because we just need more sulfur than that getting input. Because it's 2.5 of these to 1 every one of these. And we need 2 of these, so we need 5 of these. Fair enough. So we know we need 2 sulfuric acid plants. Which apparently both need water, so I need to figure out how I'm getting the water over. Through the mess. Water through the mess. Oh wait, I think I know where I'm getting the water through. Okay, so there's our water through. So it's installed, the water will get all the way around to here. Go into the sulfuric acid plants. We worked out we need 5 sulfur plants. Also require water. I think we might be able to get away with 1 steel plant, I suppose. 1 iron plant. So it's got a production speed of 4, so it makes 2 less than a second. Makes 2 less than a second. What do we need? We need 1. We need 2 every second. So yeah, we basically do a direct insert from the foundry. It's an iron foundry. Okay, so that's the iron for those. Now we just need the 5 sulfur. Yeah, that should sort of work. Okay, and that'll provide the sulfuric acid. So we sorted the sulfuric acid. Just now need to sort the iron and the copper. Which we're working... What was 2.5 times 2. So we need 5 battery recipes per second. Which means we need 5 iron and 5 copper per second. Which, sadly, I suppose we just worked out is... Well, actually, we do get the productivity on this one. So it's 3.33 iron per second. Divided by 2, because the recipe makes 2. Times by 3.2. Oh, okay, so it's 2. I have to at least do 2 of each type. Oh wait, so it's going to be very similar to this down here, just about the electromagnetic plant in the middle. Right, given how similar it is, we're actually just going to nick the electromagnetic plant thing and then do some shenanigans. Okay, that's the iron in. Copper should be easy-ish. Well, that's iron, so I can't nick copper from an iron line. Well, can't nick copper from an iron line without complications. with it being functional. If you want it to work, you need to make sure it's the right thing that you're nicking from the right place. Okay, so that's copper coming over, so that's the copper we need to get into there. Assuming we can make the whole power thing work. In theory, the power thing should work. We've got all the necessary power poles, I think. Okay, so that's batteries. I'm having chemical plant problems. We didn't have that queued up? Or is that like the other thing that used pipes, and now it's not working because I took the pipes out of the system? Yes, that was... Okay, that was one of the few things that was actually using pipes, and I took the pipes out of the system. Whoops-a-daisy. That's real easy to fix, though. We got the pipes actually even closer now, so... Okay, so that should sort itself in time. So that's batteries sorted. After batteries, we get... Steel's real easy. Yeah, steel's real easy. And it's not even a... This is the 2.5 again, right? So this is 2.5 steel. What's the math on the steel recipe? Okay, so 2.5 divided by the 1.5 from the productivity times 3.2 from the recipe speed divided by 4 from the thing being crafting speed of 4. So I need 1.33333. We need 2 of these. That's not a lot, but it's more than none. Yeah, I overextended the pipeline. That was inevitable, I suppose. Okay, so we worked out we need 2 of those. Getting iron over here would actually be fairly easy, I think. So we can get the iron to go the whole way under. Yeah. Okay, so that's the steel done. Now it's the significantly more complicated electric engines. Don't necessarily need a lot of them, it's 2.5 of them, but they're not necessarily easy to build, and they're going to get more complicated because there's bits and the bits and the bits. 2.5 times 10 seconds the recipe divided by the fact the thing runs at work speed of 1.25 means that we need 20 electric engine workers. Yeah, okay. That's what this is long, isn't it? Yes. No, actually. Half as many of those. Okay. That should work better. And then these become these. Which at least they don't need very quickly, right? Everything except for the lubricant's really easy because they don't need any real speed. The lubricant's actually probably the hardest because we probably don't want to make it from scratch. We probably want to ship it up from our lubricant tank down here. Probably want to ship it up from the lubricant tank down here. This is the first thing up here that actually needs lubricant, so yeah, that'll be fun. Fun spaghetti ride. Okay. So then we just go ahead and do a bunch of copy paste here to get the rough structure, what we want to feed into these. And okay, we worked out the electric engines already. They're pretty easy to do. The engines are going to be the new complicated thing. Don't think this is going to be the... Yeah, that's where we start running the complicated bits. How do we get across the bus in a way that does not cause mucho headaches? The main bus says hi. Okay. To be fair, in the long run, we're going to want to get rid of that, but at the moment it's there, and for everything else to work, we need it kind of to be there for the moment, so there's no easy way around that problem. Well, other than what we just did. That's probably the easy way around the problem, which is just brute force through the middle of it. Okay, so this is the lubricant path. So it looks like lubricant should have no problem taking. We're gonna find out in a moment whether or not we've got to put pumps in. I suspect we're gonna need some pumps in this distance, because that would not surprise me to stretch this long into the unknown. Oh, we don't need you anymore. Take that one away. Yeah, we worked out that it's 2.5 of 2.5 recipes of science requires 2.5 of these, which requires 2.5 of the electric engines, which requires 2.5, or no, actually requires 5 green circuits. So that's a 3 green circuit maker instead of a 2, 2 instead of a 3. Okay. I think. Where is it? No, it's a 1. Because the whole belt, which is 15, is a 3. So it's a 1. Okay, there's a lot of interesting stuff that goes on with a 1 randomly. Otherwise, it's not that bad. I don't think that'll be that bad. Nope, there we go. Complaints about oil. Yeah, yeah. I knew it was going to be too far. That was predictable. It was predictable. Alright, so we're getting complaints about... Oh, so that stretch is also just too long. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's too long as well. Okay. That's better. Okay, that's also better. Oh, that cleared it. That was the final stick to fix it. Because I know I'm going to need iron over here for the engines. But that should be enough green for these guys. So now we just need engines. And it's only 2.5 engines, which is, for engines is manageable. Yeah, it's just another 20 of these. Yeah. Okay. So just quickly go swoop, grab the whole stretch. And then you're no longer electric. Your change recipe to engines. You're all regular engines now. And other than the pipe, this means we need 2.5 of each of those, which, what, was like 2 something? 2 foundries each. Except for the pipe, where we'll need like 4. No, 2.5. Actually get the foundry up so I can do the math using the actual foundry numbers in case I am screwing up. So steel, so it's 2.5. Steel technically only makes 1, so it's 2.5. 50% productivity. The 3.2 cycle with 4 production speed. So yeah, we need 2 for the steel. Gear wheel we only need 1 because it's 1 second. So it'll make 4 a second, and we only need 2.5 a second. Pipe will need 2 because we need 5 and it makes 4. Well, it makes 4 before. Makes 4 before the 50% productivity, so it actually took like 6 second. Okay, so steel's the only one we need 2 of. we come down here. Okay, so that should be enough. So, going through the list. Okay, we don't got batteries. Why don't we have batteries? Because that hasn't fixed itself. Why has that not fixed itself? I did it from the wrong one. Whoops. I did it from the wrong one. That's why that didn't fix itself. We've got plenty of undergrounds. Okay, that should fix itself once the bots come along and do that. Bob Fizzle's tail section isn't in yet, which means it doesn't work. How many more launches do you need? 6? Ouch. It's making progress, but it's got a lot to go. Have you... Well, it should be fixing itself. It should be, and has, and... It's not true. 2 very different things. Okay, so now I've got pipes. Why aren't you... Yes, half the underground's missing. Now, there should be a bot on the way. Grab an underground and flying on over. Here it comes. And there goes the pipes. And chemical plants are being made. Okay, can you... I know we got a rare one, so go ahead and upgrade this bad boy to the rare one. At this point, we need to go acquire more electromagnetic plants. Maybe more foundries. No, I think I have enough foundries. So yeah, we're just short electromagnetic plants, and it's working its way through the chemical plants at this point. And then yeah, I think in theory, we've solved significantly adequate levels of yellow. We fixed whatever's wrong with productivity science for the moment. Don't know exactly what broke, but we fixed it. Oh, I think I know what broke. It was the, we had a yellow splitter where we needed a red splitter, and we fixed that, and that's helped a lot. That's something we'll probably break again intentionally in the future, just to swap over to more foundries, but of course we need more foundries for that, because we will go through all the foundries if we start trying to hem and haw everything with foundries. But yeah, I think at this point we're just waiting for the Bob Fizzle to be ready for more transport duty, so we can bring more specialized equipment back. No, in theory, I think this otherwise works. Why don't you have metal? Because that doesn't have metal. Why doesn't that have metal? We left... Yes. One pipe. One pipe missing. Okay. And all the chemical plants are on their way, so now we're just waiting for that one pipe to arrive. Another rocket off. Up the Bob Fizzle. So it's going to be 1/6 of the underlying stuff. And apparently that's all that's missing is that. So. Oh, and that was a metal delivery too. That wasn't even a stuff delivery. Okay. And we're waiting for that one pipe. If that one pipe comes in, we should be able to see most of stuff working. Whoops. Aha! You are supposed to be copper. Waitlist only grab the wire. Where's the wire? Oh, there isn't a easy clear the belt button, is there? I don't see an easy clear the belt button. Okay. Okay, well, there's an alternative way to do this, which is not really what I want to do, but it will work for this. Yeah, that'll help clean that up. Iron's flowing. So you're operational, ready to be inserted there. Iron's flowing, so you're down, you're down. One pipe's missing. And with that, we'll get cast steel going, so the engines will go. The engine's going, it means we'll just be waiting on the green circuits from electromagnetic plants. So I think we're down to 21 electromagnetic plants, and then we'll be golden. So yeah, that probably means the next place to go is definitely Fulgura. We've got 24. We'll probably have 25 by the time we get there. Five more launches. Again, everything's up there except for the foundation, right? So we're waiting for the foundation to get up. And then the next thing we'll be to do will be to expand our metal melting, metal production. Like, to some degree, I might be able to do that as is. So, scrap you, scrap you. For the moment, we're going to scrap you, and we'll let you empty out like so. That no sense. What do we need? This is gonna make this want. These want 8 iron a second. Eight divided by 3.2. No, not divided by 3. 8 times 3.2. Divided by 2. So what, we need like 12.8 iron? Well, 12.8 iron furnaces to operate that speed. Well, we don't have calcite up here, so let's maybe not gonna go quite as ham as 12.8, but we can definitely go a lot more than we were. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now it needs 2 other things to be shipped up there. But that will have, in theory, increased its in-situ ammo production by a factor of 5. Which I think that will support, happily. So, 2 more launches needed, but 5 more in transit shooting capacity. So I think will make a really big difference. Okay, what happened back on Novice that slowed everything down? Okay, we're having problems with purple. What's the problem with the purple coming from? We're having a problem with the production ones again. Which is a shortage of production reds, shortage of production plastics, and we did work out that the production plastic issue is the heavy oil backed up. So that's why it fixed itself for a bit. It's because we apparently pulled more crude out, or more lubricant out to start things up, which have come to a complete stop at this point, because these have taken what they want until the circuits. Okay. We increase the speed a little bit with... Why are you... The water's broken. The water's broken. I'm surprised it has worked as well as it has with broken water. Bots, please fix the water going to the crackers. Crackers don't work without water. And that will crack the heavy, which will allow more of these to stay up constantly. Like, yeah, we're heavy backed up. So if we can get more cracking going, we can get more heavy consumed, which means we can make more of everything else. Now we have all the flare stacks going. That's better. Whether that'll make enough of a difference from the petroleum gas, and apparently it is, because the petroleum is backing up. Is that actually making a difference over in the plastic department? Oh yeah, definitely. Still wasn't enough backed up to immediately fill the plastic bars, but that's a lot better throughput. Yeah, we'll see if that's enough. If it isn't, then I'll have to actually start expanding oil production, which almost apparently is a gimme because we're actually maybe not having enough crude produced. Which there are workarounds on the crude problem as well. But yeah, looking at the time, I have let this episode go far, far too long. I think it is time for a part break, and arguably for the stream to end. So, if you're watching YouTube, everything going according to plan, there will be one up for you tomorrow. However, that, of course, requires future me to record an episode, which future me probably will do, but that's 5 days from now, so I can't guarantee anything. If you're watching on Twitch, the next stream for Factorio should be up, or should be being streamed in 5 days. So I hope you've enjoyed this stream, if you've been watching it, whether you've been watching it live or in the VOD. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and good time. Catch you all in the next stream. Before I forget, let's quickly get us a stream save, so we don't lose any progress. So until next time, wish you all the best of luck and good time. Bye for now.